to see Arlene.
Hi, I'm Arlene Juarez. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Come on in. Have a seat right here on the couch. Did you find the place okay?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, because a lot of people say it's so hidden they usually can't find it.
Yeah, I know. I'm from this area, so I kind of knew where it was at.
This is an intake form, and it's just going to give me a little bit more background and information about you. So if you can please fill it out, and then I'll come back in like in about 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you in a bit. How's it going, Robert?
Good, good.
Did you fill it out okay?
I did, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take you over to my office if you want to come follow me. And then have a seat right here.
Ready?
Yeah, and then I'm going to come right over this side. So, let me see. So, Robert, 31 years old. So, just reading your information, there's a lot of stresses going on in your life. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've kind of been a little bit stressed out lately.
Okay. Just before we go and continue with the session, I just want to let you know, I disclose this with all my clients. I am a mandated reporter, so if you disclose anything about abuse, domestic violence, elderly abuse, child abuse, any intent that you may harm yourself or harm others, I have to report that. And protection just to keep your safety and others' safety. So just wanted to let you know. But anything else will remain confidential. Okay? Just want to give you peace of mind of that you were aware of that. Okay?
Yeah. I don't have any of that stuff to worry about.
Okay. So Jimmy, just tell me what brought you here?
Yeah, kind of. Things aren't going my way, I guess. I have a really close friend of mine who's kind of noticed a change in me.
Okay.
And sometimes I guess you really don't notice a change in yourself until someone else notices it. And yeah, there's some things that have been going on in my life I really don't share with anybody. And one of my best friend really kind of noticed that I've been a little bit different. I don't really want to talk to him about anything that's going on. I try to stay away from explaining anything to him. But I think he kind of noticed something in me that didn't seem right, and things aren't right now. But he gave me your information, and he said, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. But I know someone, a friend of mine, and here's your card, and that's why I kind of gave you a call. Yeah, because I don't want to talk to anybody else,
Right, and I'm glad you're here, and we're gonna, I'm here to listen, and that's what my job is, to listen to you and find out what we can do to help you, okay? So why don't you tell me just a little bit about, some of the things, or some of the feelings or symptoms you've been feeling due to all the stressors that have been going on. I know you mentioned that you are recently unemployed.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that
That's a big stressor, isn't it?
it's definitely a big stressor. And then what led to you being unemployed? What caused that?
Well, yeah, that's something that I didn't want to share with James. Is that I ended up getting a DUI, and the reason that I kind of felt a little embarrassed about it, or didn't really want to talk to him, because there's sometimes that during the weekends, we'd go out and drink, and he'd always tell me, oh, don't drink, don't drive. Call a taxi, or if you're somewhere else, give me a call, and if I haven't been drinking, or if I'm not drinking, I'll come pick you up. But so it's one of those things that I didn't really want to talk to him about, and I don't feel comfortable talking to anybody about it because it's really embarrassing. But I ended up getting a DUI, and I was arrested, and I had my driver's license taken away, and I got all these fines coming up and these court dates, and it's just kind of stressing me out right now. And on top of that, I end up, losing my job as well. So
Is it because you had to tell them once you get a DUI, you disclose to them?
yeah, and I thought I could tell them, because I've known guys within our company that have gotten DUIs and have never even disclosed it, and they go on working. But then I've also known people that have done it and told our boss, and our boss gives them a different position in the company. And I don't know, but I thought that was the best way to go, and it just ended up laying me off because there was, I guess, no use for the position that I was in.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's
Yeah.
On top of what you got the DUI, and then having to also lose your job, that's
No,
a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
And how how have you managed to survive just like going through those things that you've had to deal with?
Well, right now, the way I'm surviving, and by surviving, do you mean like how I'm getting by, or?
Yeah, how have you been feeling? How has it affected your life? Are you able to do the things that you've done before?
Like,
maybe engage, continue to look for work. Is there a plan that you have that you want to do? Is there some people that are there to support you through this?
well, then that's what kind of makes it a little bit difficult, is that I really don't have that family, background. A lot of my family lives in San Diego, most of them.
I see.
So really don't have that that much of a connection, or I don't have that much of a connection with them, and it's kind of funny because every single time we get together, or every time I call him on the phone, my brother always has this joke. He always says like, "Oh, what do you need?" or "Do you need money?" Or "I don't have any money. I'm sorry." I know he's joking around, but at the same time, it kind of, if I were to call him and then ask, because he jokes around like that a lot, I just don't feel comfortable calling any of my family members, especially for something like this. I mean, but as far as like moving forward, I don't know. I'm getting unemployment right now, but the unemployment's not anywhere near the money that I used to make.
I'm sure that's.
The good thing though is that I saved up a lot of money.
Okay.
That's the good thing is that I have money to kind of fall back on.
Okay.
But the bad thing is that I'm using that money currently just to kind of pay my bills and
Right.
to pay my rent. So.
And now that money is going down.
Yeah, and I'm waiting. Hopefully I'll get a job in order to stop that. But the good thing is that I have the money to kind of fall back on.
Good.
But the bad thing is that I'm using that money right now,
Right.
and I don't know how long that money's gonna last. And I hope I find a job soon.
And what are you willing to do to make things get better?
I don't know. I mean,
I know the DUI class, when you have a DUI, just from previous clients have mentioned, that there's certain things or steps that you need to take in order to fulfill, or,
it's tough, and I mean, right now my back is against the wall. I mean, I'm gonna try to continue to look for jobs in the industry that I was in.
Okay.
But I know that that's a little bit difficult with them knowing that I have a DUI. But if worst comes to worst, I'm gonna have to get just a regular job, maybe working at a warehouse or something, until I can better myself. But as far as right now, I'm just trying to look for a job in the industry where I used to work. But if I can't do it, I'm gonna have to look elsewhere. Even though I'll make a lot less money, as long as I can just stay on my feet, that's where I'm at right now.
That's good. That's really good to know. Everything that you've been going through, and just still having that motivation and that hope to continue, and trying to find a plan to like keep your feet, keep going. And I think that's good. It's a good start.
Yeah.
In the past, when things were better for you, or more stable, should I say? Was there anyone special in your life, or any relationships that you had?
Well, I had a girlfriend, and we were pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
We were pretty serious, but it's I think that this DUI situation kind of I don't want to say it was a reason that we broke up, but I think it was a pretty big contributor to it.
Did she also engage in drinking as well?
Yeah, she did.
Do you, I usually, have certain just questions that I ask patients when it comes as far as like that have dealt with DUIs. Do you usually drink occasionally, or what is the amount of?
I usually drink, I don't drink during the week because I'm usually really busy during the week.
Okay.
During the work week, I'm really busy, and the way I like to unwind is during the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have my drinks or hang out with cousins or friends
Mm-hmm.
on the weekends and just have a couple beers. And
So Monday through Friday, is that like your work schedule?
Yeah.
Or you don't drink?
No.
So the weekend comes, you drink on the weekends. How many drinks do you have?
I have a few, maybe 4 or 5,
Okay.
but it also depends on just the company that's there. If I'm with just regular friends that I don't really feel comfortable with, I might just have like 1 or 2.
Okay.
But if I'm with like my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
who's the closest person that I have near me,
Okay.
I'll probably have maybe like 5 or 6, 7.
5 or 6 is maybe the number that you usually have.
Yeah.
Okay. And depending on like the company that's with you and stuff.
Right.
And then is that?
I'm a social drinker, so
Mm-hmm.
whatever company I feel comfortable with, that's I'll drink a little bit more.
Okay. And you'll engage,
Yeah.
depending on who you're with. And does it have to be every weekend? Have you noticed it's been every weekend consistently, or?
Well, it doesn't have to be every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because I certainly do go. I don't go into the weekend saying, "Oh, I'm gonna drink," but yeah, I mean, if my friends are there, or my family, or some of my family members that are distant that come over, or if my good friends are drinking, then yeah, I'll drink.
And has anyone in your family ever said that you were an excessive drinker?
Yeah, but the reason they say that I'm an excessive drinker is because they don't drink at all.
Oh,
So
I see.
even me having 1 beer would be excessive to them.
Excessive to them because they don't drink.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's sometimes they see me with 3 or 4 beers in me, and oh, you gotta stop drinking, mijo, you gotta stop drinking, or this and that, and they take it. I think they take it to the extreme because
They don't drink.
they don't drink. So anything caffeine would be extreme to them, So
And has anyone else ever told you that you drink too much? Your friends, your girlfriend? Has anyone mentioned?
well, my girlfriend told me that one time, but I don't think I drink a lot because I would go to work all week and just drink on the weekends. But I guess because that's the only time that we really get to see each other, and I'm drinking, I think she kind of takes it that I drink too much, but I really don't drink too much because I don't drink during the week.
Has alcohol ever caused problems for you during the times
Like-
that you drink? Have you had any issues
With my girlfriend, or
in general? Any violence or any arguments or fights with anybody?
no violence. Arguments, yeah. I've gotten arguments with my cousin over sports related stuff. But it's not like we're not gonna punch each other, but just regular arguments about who's better.
Okay.
Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant,
Mhm.
you know. But, and then with my girlfriend, you know, we kind of got in a couple arguments here and there, but nothing.
Because of the drinking?
No, no. I would say it's because of the drinking. A lot of it has to do with me losing my job.
Okay.
Me losing my job and not being able to pay for the stuff that I've been able to pay for,
Mhm.
not being able to take her out,
Right.
not being able to spend money on her.
Mhm.
Um,
And
but
it's-
but it's not because of my drinking,
Okay.
but it's because of my DUI. But I don't think it has to do with my drinking.
And is this a relationship that you want to continue to pursue, or?
With my girlfriend, yeah. I mean, I love her a lot, but you know, this type of thing also makes me realize that, you know, she was happy. She never had any complaints.
Mhm.
She was happy. She was always smiling. She was happy with me when I was able to take her out and
Mhm.
spend money on her. And now that I'm going through some tough times, you know, that's when she's having more of her complaints and, oh, you drink too much and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
And it makes me feel like, well, she was there with me when everything was going fine.
Mhm.
And now that everything's kind of going downhill,
Mhm.
she kind of seems like now it's my fault if there's a problem or I have a problem. But before there was nothing like that.
Okay.
And you know, I don't know. I just
Well, just based on the questions that I've asked you, and your drinking habits that you have, it's just I really feel that by you coming today is a really big step, and I told you this before. I think that this is something that we can definitely continue to work on. I want to be here to continue to just be here to listen, to help you get through this. You mentioned before that you're really interested in some of the things that you used to really like doing, like baseball and going to the gym and hanging out with your friends, and you haven't done that because of all this that's been going on. And I really want to help you get back to that point where you enjoyed life.
yeah. Well, I want to get back to that point.
What are some of the goals that you have, or that you want to work on?
Well, right now, I mean, with me getting the DUI, they've put a lot of stuff on me. I mean, I have to go and finish a DUI program. So first, what I want to do is just finish all that,
Okay.
and then get back on my feet, get a job, find a job, and start reestablishing myself, and
Good.
start making some money, and I think that would kind of raise my confidence a little bit.
Mhm.
And make me feel comfortable, because right now I'm just I'm kind of lost right now.
Mhm.
But I think with getting another job and starting to work full time and make a little bit of money and being able to sustain myself, I think that'll really take me a long way.
Mhm. And I think that that's a good way of thinking. It's a good way of thinking, of having hope, and that's going to really motivate you to continue to pursue what you want to do. And right now it's beyond challenging what you're going through with the DUI and not working and having to deal with all the financial aspects that's also come about due to that. I just, like I said, I want to continue to support you and help you. I just always ask this question just because I think it's really important. Is there anybody in your life, or just some of the special people in your life, that you can, that can kind of help you out also, like in supporting you during this time?
I think there is. I know earlier I kind of mentioned my brother and the joking around that we do. I know that if I approach him seriously, he would help me out. But my thing is, unless I'm rock bottom,
Mhm.
I don't want to ask anybody for any help, because I really don't think that they should take any of. I don't think they should be responsible for any of my responsibilities.
Mhm.
But if I really need it, I know that I have people to help me out. But right now, I kind of want to try to do this on my own
Okay.
without having to involve anybody else.
Okay. And again, that's what I'm here for. I know you mentioned that you don't feel comfortable sharing this information with those friends, and you know.
No, and honestly, I didn't really feel comfortable sharing it with you either.
Mhm.
But you know, I think I had I kind of had to let it out,
Mhm.
and you know, just by talking to you, you know, thank you for just listening to me.
Of course.
Because it just by, even though my situation right now is not getting any better,
Mhm.
or it's not going to get better tomorrow,
Mhm.
and it's not better than what it was yesterday.
Mhm.
At least I have that release, or you know, something to look forward to by just talking to somebody and letting it out.
And we're gonna help you get through this. We're gonna, you know, if it's okay with you, I really want to continue having individual sessions with you. I would really like for you to get a physical with your primary physician. I noted on your intake information the last time you had a physical was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think it's due. I think it's time to get that physical. And then we'll just continue to schedule sessions and really just help you get back to where you were. Okay?
Thank you. I really thank you for your time.
You're welcome. My pleasure.